What if you could live forever? No disease, no aging, no death. It sounds like the ultimate dream, but what if that dream turned into a nightmare? Because the truth is, immortality might destroy humanity faster than death ever could, for as long as we've existed. Humans have feared death and worshipped the idea of escaping it. From the fountain of youth to cryogenics, we've chased immortality like a divine promise. But imagine if, one day, science finally made it real. Humanity would stand on the edge of eternity, but what happens after the cheering stops? Part 1: The beginning of forever. It begins with a medical revolution. Scientists discover a way to stop cellular decay, a genetic switch that freezes aging. The world erupts in celebration. Diseases vanish, hospitals empty, people stop dying. At first, life becomes a golden age. Grandparents play soccer with their great-grandchildren. Artists spend centuries perfecting masterpieces. Wars end because who would risk death when you can live forever? But it doesn't last. The planet begins to change quietly. Invisibly, populations skyrocket, resources disappear. And suddenly, immortality feels less like freedom and more like a cage with no door. Part 2: The hidden price. No one expected the psychological cost. At first, people thought endless life meant endless happiness, but after 100 years, 500 years, even love begins to fade. Imagine watching everyone you ever cared about drift away. Not because they die, but because time changes them beyond recognition. Memories blur together until centuries feel like days. Emotions dull. Passion disappears. When there's no deadline, there's no drive. The biggest tragedy of immortality isn't overpopulation. It's losing the reason to live. Governments collapse under the weight of eternal citizens. Religions crumble. Heaven, hell, and rebirth lose meaning. And new cults rise, worshipping death itself as a lost god. Humanity's greatest victory becomes its spiritual extinction. Part 3: The divide of eternity. Then comes the final twist. Immortality isn't equal. Only the rich can afford the treatment. They live in floating cities, perfect bodies, infinite luxury. The rest of humanity, the mortals, are left on the dying earth. Polluted air. No food, no chance. And so begins the immortal wars, the battle between those who live forever and those who just want to live at all. The world fractures into two civilizations: the eternal, ageless, emotionless gods, and the mortal and desperate, furious survivors. But among the chaos, a question grows louder: is endless life really living, if it costs you your humanity? Part 4: The rebellion of mortality. Centuries later, a movement rises for the liberation. They believe the key to saving the human soul is bringing death back, using forbidden science. They develop a virus designed not to kill, but to restore mortality. And when the virus spreads, the world trembles. The first immortal to die in 500 years dies smiling. Because for the first time, people remember what it means to be alive. The sun sets and rises, and it finally means something again. Children are born, and their laughter matters. Time becomes precious. Immortality ends, but humanity begins again. Maybe the greatest gift isn't eternal life, but limited time. Maybe the beauty of existence lies in the ticking clock, in the moments that will never come back. Because when you truly know your time is finite, every second becomes infinite in meaning. If this story made you think twice about life and death, hit that like button, not just for me, but for every heartbeat that makes life worth living. And subscribe, because next time, we'll ask an even bigger question: what if time itself stopped moving?